What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&D Sports Talk. In this episode, I am going to be reacting to Thursday Night Football game like we do every single Friday. We're going to get some highlights, look at stats, and we'll also predict some college games at the end. But last night, we had the Washington Commanders go to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Although it was 27-18, and that's not much of a differential. It's only 9 points. This game was one-sided, I would say. The Packers dominated, and the Commanders didn't really do much until fourth quarter, I'd say. Yeah, 15 points. But other than that, the Packers dominated. Excuse me. But hope you guys enjoy this episode. Gonna look at some film, some key plays, touchdowns, stuff like that. And we're also gonna predict some college games at the end. Make sure you subscribe, check out our other videos, and check out our TikTok and Twitch, and let's get into today's video. Alright, so starting off with the Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels, 24 for 42, 200 yards. A lot of checkdowns for Washington in this game. But Jaden Daniels threw 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, which is good. Austin Eckler, 8 for 17 on the ground. Unfortunately, he tore his ACL. Hopefully he recovers and bounces back. But Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, 4 carries, 17 yards. I have him in fantasy. I think he's going to get a huge role with the Commanders. I think he should be their one now. And then receiving, Zach Ertz, second game in a row, he scores a touchdown, 6 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin right behind him, and Deebo Samuel scored a touchdown again. And then Luke McCaffrey had a catch for 19. Noah Brown. And then defensively for the Commanders, Marshawn Lattimore, center still led the team in tackles. No interceptions generated or anything like that. Armstrong had a sack. Martin had half a sack. And Von Miller had half a sack. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, Jordan Love played well, but he could have had a much better game if he hit some throws, especially to Matthew Golden. There were a couple plays where Matthew Golden was open, and Jordan Love just missed him. Josh Jacobs had a good day, 23 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Tucker Kraft, breakout game, 6 catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Tucker Kraft was already one of those underrated players, but yesterday he proved to everyone watching, because this was the only game, the national spotlight, that he is underrated, and he had a really, really good game. And then Jontavian Wicks, 4 catches, 44. A lot of different pass catchers for the Packers in this one. The 2 targets, Matthew Golden, one of them should have been a 33-yard touchdown, and the other one should have been a deep ball connection, but Jordan Love missed them. And I am happy that I didn't start Matthew Golden in fantasy, because I was debating on it. I was like, do I start him? And then I decided not to, and I'm glad I didn't. Green Bay's defense, Edgerrin Cooper had a great game, 7 tackles, a half sack. Even though Micah Parsons doesn't light up the stat sheet, he makes an impact every single play. But Green Bay had a lot of sacks, half sacks here, one by Micah Parsons, Tavian Wyatt with a sack, Rashawn Gary with a sack, and Edgerrin Cooper had half a sack. No tackles for loss, and no picks. But overall, this was a good game. Packers dominated, like I said. It wasn't as close as the score shows. I'm trying to see if I could get a team stat thing here. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't as close as the score showed. 15 points in the fourth quarter for the Commanders. That made the score close. But now we're going to look at some highlights. Here's a deep incompletion that I think Jordan Love should have made this throw. It was underthrown, but Jordan Love still had a good game. I'm not going to take that away from him. But here's Matthew Golden. He's going to run like a deep route, and I feel like Jordan Love should have hit him. He had him here. He had the one-on-one. Golden had inside leverage. Lattimore was going to the outside. No safety back there, and that ball just comes in behind Golden. If that ball was more, here, let me find the blue thing. If that ball was more out here towards the Y or the A, that would have been a lot better. but it was slightly underthrown. That way Lattimore was able to come up and make the play on it. And as we know, Matthew Golden is one of those receivers who has a lot of speed. If he caught this ball, if Jordan Love put a little less air on it, this time it was overthrown. If he put a little less air on it, Matthew Golden would have had a 93-yard touchdown. I mean, Golden he's gone. He just has insane speed, just runs right by two people. If Love gets this ball just right a step earlier, that's a touchdown. I mean, obviously, like, you're not going to put full blame on Love here, but that throw, he had time. He has all day to throw. He just got to lob that up. Just make sure it's complete. It's a little too far. So if those two plays connected, Matthew Golden would have had like a 100-and-something yard game off 2 catches and a touchdown. All right, so now we're going to go over all the touchdowns. This is the first touchdown of the game. By the way, I hope Green Bay does this winter warning theme again. They should do it in November, December, January playoff game. That would be nice. It's September, so I don't get why they did this the second game of the season, but I hope they do it a couple more times. Just Romeo Doubs. He's going to run a slant. It's a simple play. Commanders are heavy on the left side because the Packers have a bunch of people over here, so it shows run to the left side. Commanders are ready for the run. Love drops back, just a little slant right to Romeo Doubs. Easy touchdown, first one of the game. This is second quarter, 7:44 to go. This is going to be the second touchdown of the game. Josh Jacobs going to go to the left. It's really tough to stop an NFL offense within 5 yards of the end zone. So the teams that do it, by the way, this is good block shedding. The teams that do it, it's impressive to stop a NFL offense within 5 yards of an end zone. But Commanders do a good job getting off the blocks, but Jacobs just has a lot of speed and he runs over. I think he ran over Frankie Louvu there. Have to replay it. Frankie Louvu is right. Where is he? He's right here. Damn. I didn't see that live, but he ran right over Frankie Louvu. Here's the third of 5, I believe, touchdowns in the game. Commanders are on the offense side of the ball. At this point, though, it's fourth quarter, 13:55 to go. Commanders are already on 3 field goals. Packers have 17. This is Zach Ertz's touchdown. Old and reliable. Roll out, play fake, poise in the pocket, checks it down. Good move by Ertz. He gets all the way to the end zone. What a play. Zach Ertz has always been one of my favorite tight ends growing up. I enjoyed watching him play for Philly. But he's right here. Just going to run a little drag route, I'm pretty sure it is. Just chips, runs out, sneaks out, and then puts a move on Quay Walker, I believe that is. Gets in the end zone. That's a good play, though. Here's another Jordan Love touchdown. This one is to Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft is right here. They got 2 left. That is Golden and Wicks or Dobbs. It's hard to tell. I think it's Dobbs. Could be wrong, though. Packers have a lot of solid receivers. These two kind of run a little pick, but Kraft gets open, runs right by Love. Just a beautiful touch pass. Does a little Lambo leap. Now it's basically the story of the night. Oh, sorry. This is Tucker Kraft. This is Luke Musgrave. And Musgraves clears it out. Kraft sneaks, dude. The Packers are looking scary. They're going to be top-notch Super Bowl contenders this season. But here's the Commanders' last touchdown. This one's a Deebo Samuel. He's going to be right here in the slot. Going to run across, break a tackle, get in the end zone. This was a good game overall. It was dominating, though. Like I said, 15 points for the Commanders in the fourth quarter. I wish I did that throughout the game. Packers got the dub. Packers fans, you have a lot to be excited about. This team looks good. Commanders 1-1. Don't sweat this. You guys are going to be a really good football team. The Packers are just getting on another level right now. They're looking really good. Definitely a top 5 team in football right now. We're going to take a look at some college games real quick. All right, here is a college football schedule, courtesy of ESPN.com. Friday night, we got Indiana State 22 Indiana. Indiana's probably going to win that one. We got the Cuse home game. Colorado plays tonight at Houston. Some good games tonight. Kansas State at Arizona. Arizona's Tedero McMillan School. That's why I really know about them. But tomorrow, Oregon plays Northwestern. Clemson plays Oklahoma, Alabama, and Wisconsin. Michigan should win that one. Let's see here. My Tar Heels play at 3:30. Auburn might get upsetted here. Missouri, they've been looking good. Penn State, Tennessee, and Georgia. That's a good one. 3:30 on ABC. Tar Heels play against Richmond. I don't know much. Richmond Spiders. They're obviously a FCS team, but hopefully North Carolina can get the job done, go 2-1, and ignore that embarrassing game that we put up against TCU. 14 Iowa State taking on Arkansas State. Number 7 Texas. This is a good one here. South Florida and Miami. I think Miami will blow them out though. Let's see. Looking for the ranked teams. Ohio State, number 1 against Ohio. Ohio State is probably the natty favorite right now. They're looking really good. Illinois, Ole Miss. Texas A&M and Notre Dame. That's a good one. 7:30 Saturday night. Vanderbilt, South Carolina. That's another good one. Utah, Wyoming. Yeah. A lot of good college games on this week, seems. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out our TikTok and Twitch at J&D Sports Talk. Subscribe. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.